In this video, we hear TJ talking about various topics, but what struck me is that she acknowledged the fact that Jaguar was trying to get her to go to Mexico. Then she laid out the reasons why Jaguar can't even get on a plane to go. First of all, her passport has been expired for a number of years. She can't get on a plane because she is banned from getting on any plane. She don't have the money to get there. And if she wanted to go without documents like her ID and passport, she would have to pay one of them coyote people who sneaks you in the country. That costs money. And so she said she wasn't even thinking twice about going with her because, for obvious reasons, she would be on the run with a fugitive. She would lose her deposit, the bail money she put out for Jaguar to get out of jail. And so she's trying to get her life together. It looks like if she's got good ideas for her channel. If you're coming onto the page, don't forget to hit the like bell and subscribe if you haven't done so as yet. Let's get into the video.
But I've been receiving so many comments, so many emails, so many text messages, so many phone calls about what am I doing about the crazy lady. And the reason why I say crazy, because the obsession is real.
Now TJ knows how Goomba felt. She's getting a little dose of what Goomba went through. Okay? Jaguar is a very obsessive individual. When she locks on to you, it's like she don't want to let go. She don't want to take left. So what TJ is saying, folks, is that Jaguar have her phone. She has all her numbers in there, all the pertinent stuff, family stuff, important information, including recordings of her voice. So Jaguar is using the voice and making it seem to YouTubers, folks out there, all of us, that TJ is still with her because she's using her voice in the background. So it sounds as if TJ is with her when she's not. That's what TJ is saying. But she didn't need a phone for her voice recording. She can get up off the internet because TJ does have a channel. But TJ is now concerned about other information she has because she is putting information out there off the phone that shouldn't be out there. Now, TJ said she's far removed from the area where Jaguar is because she wanted to get away from her and keep her distance. And the police officers told her if she wants her phone or if she wants to report it, rather, she's got to go back to the location. And she don't want to go back to the location because it's going to take her a little while to get there. And so this is the thing. If you want your phone bad enough, you're going to go back to the location. You do not have to go in the apartment, but you get to the location and you call the cops. And they will fill out a report, knock on the door, and talk to Jaguar. And Jaguar is not going to be able to do you anything because the cops will be there. And if she wants to cause a scene, the cops will arrest her. So it's up to TJ really how badly she wants this phone. Apparently she don't want it that badly. She keeps complaining, but she's not going to the location to make the report.
People were telling me, oh yeah, you were Jag, you lying, you were over there on the Willie show.
So what TJ is talking about is when we heard on the Willie show, Jaguar was saying, be quiet, be quiet. And she was going somewhere in the back of the house, somewhere in some other room, saying, be quiet, acting as if she was talking to TJ and TJ was there. So a lot of people thought that TJ was indeed there, although we didn't hear a voice. And even Willie thought it was probably TJ because he said, is that your girlfriend? Who is that you're talking to? Is that your girlfriend? But that's the narrative Jaguar wanted out there, like if TJ was still with her because she wants to make her out to be a liar because she's on a smear campaign against TJ.
And I'm just like, what? I've been in the bed. I haven't been feeling my best. Aren't you tired? All these lives, all these streams, you have recordings of me. You're trying to make it seem like I'm with you. Aren't you tired yet? Aren't you tired? Very exhausting. I don't think y'all fully grasp and understand how far she's willing to go to harass.
Oh, we know how far she's willing to go. We saw it with Sam and we saw it with Goomba. But I'm surprised TJ didn't know it because she said that she was looking at Jaguar. She used to look at her show. So why is she so surprised?
Y'all know she record everything. She has me locked in. She has me locked in. She has my voice recorded. She has my image. She has my phone. She has my pictures. She called me yesterday. Did not answer.
Well, that's the best thing TJ could have done. She have to stop answering her phone to Jaguar because everything she says will be used for content. Make no bones about that.
I don't know what more y'all want me to say. I woke up and I received so much information like, oh, you know you lying, you playing in our face again, and I'm like, why? Like, why would I do that? Like, if y'all haven't learned her behavior, I think it's crazy. It is exhausting for sure. It is. So for people like, oh yeah, I heard you over there, you're lying and you're doing this, like, not at all. Not only that, I was in my teach trial last night, which my video got blocked because of Chris Brown. But anywho, I'm like, aren't you exhausted? Aren't your mods exhausted? Aren't y'all tired? If anything, we know about her, she's going to upload, she's going to record, she's going to do all that. I knew you're funny. Down where she hanging out with, you never know who she may be hanging out with. And let me say allegedly, because she's on this kick of people defaming her and fraud and doing all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, y'all will know. It would be new recordings. Everyone said, oh, yeah, you've been talking to her. You've been sneaking to talk. There's no sneaking with her. There's no sneaking with her.
TJ is right about that. If they were in conversation, private talks about personal stuff, it would have been released. Jaguar does not keep anything. Everything is content. She doesn't keep anything a secret. However, if this is one of TJ's stunts, like when she pulled the stunt that she was going to wear, I think Tennessee, and it was a hoax, and she got to telling everybody that she was going to get on that truck with that man, a strange man, and had Sean Davy almost got into some type of nervous breakdown because the man was beside himself with worry. If that's what she's pulling this time around, my dear TJ, let me tell you right now, if you're pulling a stunt, you and Jaguar are pulling a stunt, you are going to forever lose your audience. I'm telling you now. Because you have these people believing in you hook, line, and sinker. That you don't even have to work if you don't want to because they will send you money to support you. That's what it looks like to me. Because TJ is working and people are still sending her money for her hotel room. She's been on that job now going on, 3 weeks? So she must have received at least 2 paychecks. And yet she's saying, oh, I don't ask for donations because I'm working, but it's paused for the cause and anything you can donate will be accepted. And it doesn't have to be money. It can be anything else like hit the like bell and all of that. And she comes off very convincing. But that's what a real con artist does. They come off convincing. So it's left to be seen. But I hope she's telling the truth this time because she's going to be disappointing a lot of people who believe in her and who are sending her money to support her trying to get an apartment. Now she told the folks, her subscribers, she's trying to get an apartment. She's looking. So guess what? They are going to be sending money to contribute. Trust and believe, because she have a drive and it's called Pause for the Cause. That is her drive. Okay? It's like she was very clever not to call it GoFundMe, but that's essentially what it is. People are donating to her cause and she's saying thank you so much, and the money's pouring in. So it's like a GoFundMe to me. But the one thing I noticed she's not saying how much she's getting. because she wants everybody to believe that she's not getting that much. But when you can afford to stay in a hotel 3 nights and then another 3 nights and you keep extending it, that means money is rolling in. And she already put out the word that she's got 3 more nights to go. And then it will be up. The hotel stay will be up again and she's got to come up with this money. She's already told them. So you know folks are going to be sending for the hotel room. And this woman is working. So I don't understand it, folks. I don't know. Listen, I'm still scratching my head. Because if it was so easy, I would have done that years ago. I ain't got to work. And I just tell people, look, this is pause for the cause. I need money to pay my room. And it's that easy. They're going to send it that easy. Shoot. I got to quit my job a long time ago and just do a cause for the pause, a GoFundMe. So I don't know if she's on up and up and she's telling the truth, but I would caution anyone who is donating to be very, very cautious, okay? Because there are a lot of people out there in today's society who all they want to do is alleviate you from your coins, okay? And we have seen it in all kinds of different scams all over the different parts of the world where people get taken. So if you are donating and you're donating from your heart and you don't care if you lose the money and if she's scamming, that's fine. But if you're donating thinking that this woman really, really needs help and you're helping her, please be cautious. Because from observation, from outside looking in my opinion, TJ is a great actress. What she did at that truck stop, convincing everyone that she was going to leave to go to Tennessee, and everybody was saying, man, she's really getting on this truck with this stranger. And she was acting. That told me that this woman can act in any capacity, including now. Telling everyone that she's in need of funds, and she might not even need any money. But I noticed she is getting money in a different way. The way Jaguar was getting it, just outright asking, send me $1. TJ noticed, in my opinion, she noticed that doesn't really work. So what she does, she'll sit on her live and she'll say, well, my hotel is coming up in 3 days, I gotta pay it. She will not ask the people to send her any money. She will say, if you choose to donate, that's fine, but you can also hit the like, that's a donation. But she's not going to say, send me money. What she does is sit until the donations start rolling in. And if she got to be quiet for 15 minutes and not talk, I saw her do that on one of the lives when she had just left Jaguar and she really, really needed money. That woman sat on that live and did not hardly say anything until people started to send her money. That's when she said, oh, thank you for the donation. Thank you, thank you. She's a great actress and she knows what it takes to get money out of people. So I'm afraid people who are donated from their heart and really want to help her are going to be hurt in the end. That's what I'm afraid of. But a woman who I'm very concerned about is this woman called Mama D or Ma D, that she keeps calling Ma D. She says this woman talks to her several times a day. She donates to Pause for the Cause. And she is like latched on to this woman. And I have a feeling it's an elder. And this elderly person probably is looking at TJ like if she is so down and out, she didn't have a real mother. Her mother was on drugs. So how much of a mothering did she get with her mom being on drugs when she was a kid? And so this woman has latched onto her and is really looking at her like a daughter and is really sending her stuff, including money. So that's the woman I'm concerned about that may get hurt in the end.
She's really annoying, trying to blame you for calling CPS on her mom and trying to act like you were the one who knew her name. But Amar said on that live she gave you her name for her. In that phone, that was that Ayasha, aka Trina, okay, gave you.
And the reason why I'm saying be cautious, those who are donating, is because this woman could have gone back and got to her phone, but she refused to. She left her phone with Jaguar. Listen, let me tell you something. TJ could have stayed there and demanded her phone. and gotten the cops involved. But there's a reason why she did not call the cops to get her phone. She knows and Jaguar knows. Of course, maybe she is still in love with Jaguar and she didn't want to get her in trouble and put her in jail. But if you want your phone that badly, sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to call the person out. If they are so steadfast in keeping your property, sometimes you got to get law enforcement involved. I don't think Jaguar would have gotten arrested, but I think the cops would have demanded that she give the phone to TJ. And TJ cannot ask for sympathy now about his phone. She's always crying about his phone when she's not willing to go get it. The cops already told her if you want the phone, you got to go back to the location and fill out a report. They did not say you got to go in the apartment. They said the location. She could stay outside of the apartment and wait for the cops and fill out the report. They would knock on Jaguar's door, wherever she is, whatever hotel, and then the report would be made. But I don't think TJ even know where Jaguar is now because Jaguar keeps changing locations.
Okay, and like I said on that call, Jack, you're probably the one who called. We know how that lady get down. And I've learned. You get what I'm saying? I learned them lessons the hard way. So yeah, I wasn't there. Why would she play your voice in the background? Why, Tracy? Because she wants to take away my support. That's why. She wants to take away my support. She wanted that conversation that we had 3 days ago. She was trying to get me to participate in her team, and I'm really not interested. The reason why I answered that phone because she started texting me pictures out of my phone, of my daughter and all of my intimate stuff, right? And someone told me, oh yeah, she starting to start uploading pictures and doing all of this and doing all of that. And so I asked her, what is your motive? What's your purpose? What are you trying to do? Oh yeah, I'm skipping and I'm going to Mexico. Don't you want me to be your fugitive? Don't you want to go with me? And like I said, girl, my only concern is you making court. So I'm going to be on the hook for 20 stacks.
You guys heard that? If Jaguar does not make court, TJ is going to have to pay $20,000. Can you imagine? And lose her deposit that she put down, that bail. So Jaguar is playing her right now. Jaguar knows that she don't want to be on the hook for this $20,000. So Jaguar is going to use that as much collateral as she can. She's going to keep messing with TJ until she goes to court. That's what it's... She's playing a game with TJ.
That's my only concern. You start uploading the pictures of my kids and you're threatening to do these things. Yes, I'm going to answer my phone. And that's why I want to answer my phone. Not only that, I do answer private numbers because people call me from private numbers because they don't want to give me their number. And I also have a child that's out in the world that knows my number by heart, loses her phone often, and get caught up in situations. So I don't want to change my number just so my child can have access to me. Yes, every panel hopping around. I heard that her channel is gone. It's completely gone. I don't even think that they understand her moms and all that, what she's trying to do. Like she said, she don't give about nobody. She's going to use you until she can't use you anymore. And I've learned that. I learned that. You're right. That's the old, gotta be the moon. How she always knows where she at. Exactly. For someone you knew for 3 years and you don't know, I just don't understand why Kimmy got so much static for me. And everybody want to call me a stan. I believe they are the stans, going from panel to panel, lying about receipts, all of that from the very beginning, lining people up, just doing too much. And in the beginning, I didn't understand. I wasn't a content creator, wasn't interested in beefing, just genuinely wanted to help her. Now I realize this is all a game. It's all a game. Terry, she has it in her mind that I was sent. And I won't get paid until I finish the job, whatever the job may be.
But you know, guys, what I notice is every time Jaguar opened her mouth and wished harm upon anyone, it comes back to her. She had wished Goomba going to jail so many times, she ended up in jail. She wished that her and the Knot was planning to take down TJ's channel not too long ago, like a week ago or a week and a half. And what happens? Her channel came down. Every time it's like the universe is against Jaguar and she haven't gotten it yet. Every single time she opens her mouth against someone, whatever she wishes on that person comes right around to her. Karma, that's what that's called. So she was wishing that TJ's channel be taken down. And she and Donat were supposed to be working behind the scenes to take it down. And whose channel came down first? Hers. Now, that's not to say that TJ's channel is not going to come down if they keep complaining and nitpicking. But my point is, hers came down first.
I'm going to say it like this. We laid in the bed every night. We woke up together. We spent time together. If there was a job for me, allegedly, I would have been got you. It's very exhausting. It's very exhausting that people just going on and running around saying, you playing in her face, you're lying, you're scamming, you doing all these things. And I share with everything I get that people have supported me for the cause. I've been in the same room. I've started working. I showed my work clothes. The only thing I will not do is dox myself at work. Absolutely not. She got upset because I won't give up Danny's number and do all these things. I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. What I am interested in doing is helping you get some help, some serious help. And, I'm wondering, how can I remove my name off that bond? Is it possible for me to do so now?
So TJ was wondering if she can remove her name off the bond. And I looked it up on Google, and it's a pretty easy process. It says to remove your name, to have your name removed from a bail bond, you must contact the bail bonds agent that issued the bond. Then you must provide documentation such as a notarized form stating that you no longer wish to co-sign for the accused. The bail bondsman agent can then request that the court allow your name to be removed from the bond. So it's a pretty easy process. All TJ got to do is look it up on Google search, YouTube, or whatever the search mode, and she will see that the information is pretty easy. And her name will be removed. And after her name gets removed, they will pick Jaguar up and put her in jail. She will be under arrest. But I think that's the part that TJ don't want. She does not want her to be arrested.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Ida, let me inform you on this tidbit of information. I called about filing a police report about my phone. The police stated to me I have to go back to the location where the crime was committed. Now, where I am now, to go back to that location, is basically 2 nights in my room.
So what is she saying? What does she mean by 2 nights in her room? Does she mean the 2 nights that she would be sleeping in her room, or 2 nights that she would have to go out there because it's so far? One day going and one day coming back, a whole day, and which equals to 48 hours. The 2 nights in her room, is that what she means? It's 2 whole days of going and coming. Well, I guess if that's what it takes, you just do what you got to do to get your phone back.
I'm just saying, my priorities is being out of the element. So hopefully, when she get picked up, because she will get picked up, that I can get my things back. Tracy, I think my child is more important. I mean, all I can do is now just hang up and don't entertain the devil, right? But my child is more important.
All TJ have to do is call up, what's her name? Her child, Bree. And if she picks up her phone, she would know she have a phone, and then she would tell her, Bree, I'm about to change my number. I'm getting a new phone, and I'm getting a new number. I'm going to call you right back and give you the new number. That's all. All she got to do is change her number and call Bree up and say, this is my new number. That's all. What is the big deal? Of course, if Bree doesn't have a phone right now, she wouldn't be able to do that. But how would she know if Bree have a phone unless she calls? Because she says she frequently loses her phone for whatever reason. So she would have to call and find out if Bree have a phone. If she picks up, she knows she have a phone. If she doesn't pick up, maybe she no longer have a phone. So of course she wouldn't change her number. But it sounds very wishy-washy. Like if TJ is holding on to this number for the sake of talking to Jaguar. That's what it looks like to me, because you can best be sure and certain if somebody was calling and harassing me like that, I would have changed my phone immediately. The fact that she haven't changed her phone tells me that she's using Jaguar for content. All this, oh, she's harassing me. Notice every time Jaguar calls her, she makes a live out of it. She gets on her phone and she talks about the call that Jaguar made to her. She does this every single time. Now, she said there was a call that came in the other day that she did not mention because I guess she didn't want to make a live out of it, but she mentioned it eventually. So she didn't make a live out of it. So I'm saying all that to say that that's why she haven't changed her number. It's not because of Bree. It's because everything that Jaguar says is content. She's doing to Jaguar what Jaguar did to her.
If my child doesn't have a phone right now and I change my number, how will my child get in contact with me if they need me? But here's another thing. If you don't know her behavior, you would know she would have been out of me that I was with her because that's what she's trying to do. I'm just saying, people are demanding me to do things and be away. That's part of the problem that I had in my life anyway. Not doing what I want to do. Like I said in the beginning, I was just with the shits. I was with her. That was my boo and all of that. Yes, Chronic. And I'm oh, Lord. I'm just like, enough is enough. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired? Aren't your mods tired? I will be making that phone call today because enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Now, this is the dawn of a new day. If she indeed made that phone call yesterday to report that she wants her name off the bond, to request that she wants it off, then this morning we should have word from TJ that everything is done. Her name is off. So we will see if she is a woman of her word or not, or if she backed out yet again. She's so worried about paying this 20 grand if Jaguar skips town and just take off running. But she won't have to be so worried if she gets her name off the bond. The irony of it all, she was so quick to criticize Genesis and Legina Gould for taking their names off that bond. And now she is in the same situation with Jaguar. And now she wants to take her name off. The irony. You see how everything comes around in circle? Everything is a big circle. Now TJ understands why Genesis took her name off. Because she didn't want to be in a hole, in the hawk. And then she had her house up.
Enough is enough, right? And that's another thing. I'm not the only person that she called. Why the other content creators don't have to change their number? And do this and do that.
Because the other content creators don't pick up the phone to Jaguar. They only pick it up if they need new content. But you seems to pick it up every single time, and then you complain, oh, she's calling me.
For me, this isn't content. This is my real life. And it's very exhausting. It is exhausting. It is exhausting. Yeah, man. respond to her. Here's the thing, I don't even watch her stuff. People have to send it to me. People have to send it to me. TJ, have you heard what she said? And I'm like, no, because it really don't matter. I don't watch it.
Don't forget to hit the like bell as you continue to watch the video, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet.
I'm not interested. And that was part of the problem. I didn't know that all that stuff was going on and being said about me until someone sent the clip to me, what is it, yesterday? And I was like, wow. And then when they were over there on Miss Goface page and they were doing all that, and people was like, we're going to strike that video, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Because I try to ignore it. I just try to ignore it. Get it. I get it. I understand. And that was one time. And I admitted about the trucker story. I admitted that it was a lie. That's why when you seen us in the video in Starbucks, I convinced her to be honest about it because no one believed it. We didn't even receive any support, no cash apps, no anything about it. People was like, you lying. I'm not a good liar. I'm really not. So I just told her, why won't we just tell the truth? And that's why when you see on the video, I'm sitting next to her. And actually that night, we didn't have anywhere to go. If you go back, well, you can't go back now on that live. We stayed in the pool area until 4 in the morning until someone sent us money for a room.
What a way for these two grown women to live their lives. Worthless. That's what they are. Worthless. They're going to sleep at a pool area because they don't have money to get a hotel. They got to wait for donations. Worthless. Common sense would tell at least one of them, listen, one of us need to go out there and find a job. At least have steady income coming in. Don't just depend on cash app money. But not these two. TJ woke up. She woke up. She said she got a job.
I am all the way up in Texas. Honestly, I got low. I got away from her. It's not as simple for me to get to her. It's just not. It's not. Morning. What is the item you would accomplish on the vision board? Do you work today? Get some rest, relax. The weather changer might want to get you some vitamins. Also need to get some zinc. One thing I am working towards on my vision board, thank you, Crystal, for redirecting me, it's getting my place. I am about to start looking for my place. That is one thing I want to accomplish. And get me a new phone. I need a phone. My place and my phone. And my Mama D sent me some emergency and all of that.
See, she didn't mention money. She said, Mama D sent me some emergency and all of that. She will not mention how much the person sends her. But she always throws it up out there what she needs. Right now, she needs a place and a phone. She's not going to ask her subscribers, can you send me money to get a phone? She's just going to throw it out there. And then she's going to say, cause for the pause. Donate. It can be anything. It could be the phone. It could be Cash App. It could be a like. Cause for the pause is everything. That's how she does it. That sounds like a GoFundMe to me. This is one slick mama. But let me tell you something, all you content creators out there. You do not have to beg for money or ask people for their money. If you put out good content, people will donate to your cause. They will donate to your channel so you can get better lighting, better equipment, just for the heck of it. If they got it, they donated. There's some millionaires watching programs, all these YouTube channels, and if they got an extra coin, they'll send it your way. But you don't have to beg and ask. You know, it's not nice because some people don't have it, and you keep trying to squeeze it out of people. I've heard Jaguar cuss people out for not sending. I've heard, what's her name? Tokyo Tony tell people to get the hell off their channel if they don't give a certain amount of donation to her channel. At that point, it's not donating because you're not doing it from your heart. And so They have lost subscribers. Anybody who does that lose subscribers. Nobody's going to put up with a mess of you belittling them because you just want to look at a show and relax in your home. Who is going to want somebody to be belittling them every time you turn that person on? No one. So they have lost subscribers. So TJ have learned not to do that, but she's doing it in a different way. She says it's cause for the pause, and you donate in any arena, whether it's Cash App, whether it's sending me money, whether it's behind the scenes, you're going to send me a bed, a computer, rugs, furniture, clothes, whatever. She's taking. She's not turning anything down. And it comes under the umbrella of Pause for the Pause.
So I am working on it. I did get a jacket with the donations. And I'll show y'all my jacket. I got a jacket. So I appreciate everybody who donates to the pause for the cause. But I just wanted to address that so everybody can say, you know, I'm not with her. That lady has me locked in her phone. She has many recordings of me. She had pictures. Court TK was postponed. Court now is officially the day after my birthday. The day after my birthday. Because I still have to be careful about my location. When you have someone that's really looking for you, trying to figure out where I work, people who are still involving themselves in my life, you know, it's annoying. It's annoying. Right. I talk to my mods, Mama D, constantly throughout the day, especially when I'm off work. And that's why I've been hashtagging transparency, because that's all I can be. And I know that once you lie, people put that on you, like, oh, you're a liar, I can't trust you. And I just hope that I can regain that trust from people. And I've been very honest and upfront about it. Good morning. I love everything about my job. That's why I've been taking medication, resting, and all kinds of things just to get better and to feel better in my body. Yeah. And secondly, why do I have to prove where I work? How many people go up and show where they work? Do you not know that I can possibly lose my job showing myself in my job? Don't dox yourself, because, like I said, and here's the thing, and it's so very unfortunate that I had to tell my supervisors about what I was experiencing in my life, because when my boss, supervisor, if you will, came and picked me up, my phone kept ringing and ringing and ringing, and I was forced to explain what was going on.
I'm really beginning to think TJ lacks common sense. If your phone keeps ringing and ringing, what do you do, guys, when that happens and you don't want to answer? You shut it off, right? Right. Not TJ. She keeps picking it up, and then she had to address it with her supervisor who was driving her home. But she didn't have to address it if she would just cut the damn phone off. Common sense, my sister always says, is not so common. This is case in point. It's not so common with TJ. Because we see where she's talking about her daughter, that she can't change her phone because her daughter is always losing her phone, and she memorized her number. So even if she loses her phone, she can pick up another phone from somebody else and call her by memory. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's not a good excuse not to change your number if you're being harassed. The only thing she got to do is call her daughter's phone to see if she have a working phone, and just let her know that she is going to be changing her number. And then just call the company, whatever carrier she's using, change the number, then call her daughter right back. And the number would show up on her phone, and then she'd talk to her daughter and tell her, this is my new phone number. It's very simple. What is wrong with TJ? That she's got to stay with numbers. When people are harassing you, you don't stay with the same number. You change it or you block them. She haven't blocked Jaguar yet, People are telling her to change her number. She doesn't even have to do that. All she needs to do is block her. But this excuse about her daughter needing to contact her, and that's the number she have memorized, and she cannot change her phone, does not hold weight with me. All it says to me is that she wants Jaguar to continue to contact her. And that is just for content. She's doing the same thing to Jaguar like Jaguar did to her. That's all this is. And now she's saying this foolishness about her revealing all her business to her supervisor because Jaguar kept calling and the phone kept ringing, which makes no freaking sense. All she had to do was not pick up the call and put her phone on silence or just turn it off. You see that person calling once, twice, you don't want to talk to them. You don't wait 3, 4, 5, 6 rings. Who does that? And then you're going to sit in that car and tell your supervisor all your business, why this person is calling you. Well, let me tell you something. There's an old saying, familiarity breeds contempt. Now, TJ thinks she unloaded on her supervisor and she's going to have sympathy and empathy. But guess what? The next time she looks at TJ, she's going to be saying, oh my God, who did we hire? That's what she's going to be saying. Because you do not tell your supervisor your business. You don't tell the employees your business. Because once they know your business, they're going to treat you in a different way. They're going to be very disrespectful depending on what you tell them. If you tell them the story that TJ says she told the supervisor, it's poor contempt and disrespect she's going to be getting going forward because we all know the story. And if she was honest and told the truth, nothing but contempt and disrespect. That woman is going to be looking at her going forward, or that man, whoever drove her home. Because if you tell anybody, yes, I used to be a junkie, a crackhead, and I left my 17-year-old because I wanted to get away from the person I was living with because she was a crack baby and she could not gel. We were like oil and water. And I ran off and I got in my car and I left everything and everybody behind. And I picked up with this woman the same day. And she is half crazy, but I prefer to be with her. And we got kicked out of several homes and several hotels, and we were sleeping by the pool because we had enough money and we depend on cash money to eat and sleep. And my mother was a junkie and I follow in her footsteps. And the person who I'm running from and who keeps ringing my phone, she's living in a hotel and she wants me to come back, but I ain't going back because she wants to run off to Mexico because she's out on bond. She was in jail and I bond her out and now I'm hooked for $2,000 if she skips town. She wants me to run off to Mexico with her. You tell that to the supervisor and see if she's going to be looking at you with respect. So for some reason, I don't think she told her everything, and I don't think she told her the honest truth. You tell that to any employer, especially when it comes to cash money that you're bringing in every time you do your waitressing. They're going to be looking at your receipts. They're going to be looking at the kind of money that is being transacted. If you're skimming, if you're begging people for money, if you're doing anything if you're with a customer too long and you're telling him this long story or her this long story, the supervisor now is going to be looking at you because they're going to figure out you telling this story for sympathy so you can get money out of these people. So let me tell you something, folks. Anytime you're working anywhere, don't tell people your life story and your business. It's never a good idea. You keep business strictly business. You don't bring them into your personal life and tell them nothing about your personal life. Because the love and respect they have for you will change the minute they know certain things that they should not know about you. Like you were maybe once a junkie. Maybe your mother was a junkie. Maybe you got a child right now who's a junkie on the streets. All those things you should not tell your employer. They look at you in a different light. Your girlfriend right now is living out of a hotel. You living out of a hotel. And she should not have... Listen, let me tell you all something. TJ is trying to save money by having these people drop her home. The last place she wants them to be viewing is a hotel that she's living out of. If you're trying to upkeep an image about yourself, you don't have them dropping you in front of no hotel for them to know that you're living in a hotel. No, you don't do that. That's one of the things you don't do. In other words, what I'm saying, folks, we all know the type of cleanup we need to do with ourselves, but never take it to the job. Never let anybody on the job know that you need to clean your life up that much. Because the minute they find out, they're going to disrespect you. And as a matter of fact, some employers may even find a reason to fire you. Because if it's a cash business and you have that type of problem, you got a woman calling your phone nonstop, they think it's some type of transaction. They may think that, oh, she's a druggie and she's maybe got this dealer calling her. Or maybe somebody's calling her because she's the dealer. All kinds of thoughts go through people's mind. So TJ should have shut that phone down. She should not have picked up or kept it ringing, and then it would not lead to her having to explain to the supervisor who this person is in her life who keeps calling. And I'm sure she didn't stop there. She probably told her all about Naisha. Oh, Naisha calls also, and she hangs me also because she thinks she's the shits, right? That she got two women fighting over her. And she's going to run her mouth. I can hear it now. She's going to run her mouth on the job talking about these two women who are fighting over her. And she might get fired because they got to be able to trust her with a lot of money all around. Waitressing job is a lot of money. And people don't want to know that you got all these issues, especially drug issues, with just about every member in your family, even your girlfriend. They're not going to trust you around money. And if you're talking to a customer too long, they're going to think you're trying to do some type of transaction. Maybe you're trying to get sympathy, that they can give you more tips. TJ got to be very careful how she operates. Anyway, let's continue.
And I love my job because they was like, we're going to keep you safe. This is Texas, baby. Just know, this is Texas. So I appreciate that. Don't stress. As in God's hands, don't stress. BJ, you can't stress about it. Bobbing and weaving, I have no choice. And I just got to keep moving forward. But I just wanted to address that. I was not over there on the Wiley Show. I am not with Jag. Period. That phone call was a lineup, and she succeeded. I lost subscribers. She succeeded, and I got to stay vigilant. That's it. She will be back in jail in the mental ward getting on their nerves. Exactly. And at that time, when it does happen, then maybe I'll get my phone. But I have accepted the fact that whatever that I want in that phone is probably gone anyway.
Now, TJ is living in a fantasy world because Jaguar does not have a proper phone. That's why she coveted TJ's phone. She was after TJ's phone for the longest because she don't have a proper phone. So what makes TJ think that she's going to get that phone back? Even if Jaguar goes to jail, she's not going to get it back. Jaguar is going to go to jail with that phone and check it in. They're going to take it and check it with her belongings. So TJ can kiss that phone goodbye. If she wanted it that badly, she should have went on site, called the cops, and they would be at the site to fill out the report and knock on the hotel, whatever hotel it is that Jaguar is staying in, and retrieve the phone. But she didn't want that. She wanted to protect Jaguar, so stop complaining. See, I don't have no sympathy for TJ because TJ likes to throw rocks and stones and hide her hand. She claims that, oh, woe to me. Oh, Jaguar got my phone. Oh, all this foolishness, but she won't go get the phone. Same with this harassment that Jaguar is doing. Now she said to TJ she wants to skip town and go to Mexico, and if TJ would join her, it sounded like a joke. But to me, it's not a joke. I think she was serious. Now TJ wants her name off the bond. Off the bond. That's supposed to be today. We're going to find out if she took her name off. Because that's how TJ have been operating. I know this, on sympathy. She wants everybody to be so sympathetic, but yet she's not moving towards remedying a lot of what is going on. But we will see today if she makes a live and say that she went down there to the bail bondsman and took her name off the bond, put in her request, because she's got several steps to do before she even go down there, like getting a notarized, something notarized. They said she had to, but when she calls, she's going to find out what she needs to do before she even go down there to the bail bondsman, because she's got to write some type of letter and then notarize it that she wants her name off and then submit it.
I will admit, I will say that she sent me the picture of me and my mom. But the pictures of my children, the pictures of my baby girl artwork, and all those things, and Mia, and all of that, I did not receive. And it is what it is. I have to accept it. I have to accept it. Thank you, Cali girl. I appreciate that. I truly, truly, truly do. I know, and we just want to choose love and light and peace. That's it. That's it. Yeah, it ain't even working. Like you see my straight jacket. I'll be glad when the people come pick her up. And I'm not being malicious. Enough is enough. Why are you so obsessed with me? And it just makes me concerned for the people that sit around and do it with our mods and all of that. What really goes on? And then someone sent me a clip, and she's on someone's panel, and they really allowed her to say all these things. And I'm just like, okay. Are we being messy, or are we a part of harassment? You choose. Because when is enough is enough. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired? You're not tired yet. Aren't your moms tired? Don't Trina got 7 kids. Where are these children? How are you resting? How are you sending them off? One thing about me, I don't play when it comes to the kids. I made a poor decision in the beginning, allowing things to be because of my resentment and all of that towards my past relationship. However, CPS, I don't know what goes on in your house. I don't play them type of games. So trying to line me up, it's very unfortunate. I don't want to go to Mexico. I don't want to play these shenanigans. But yeah, you keep my name in your mouth. Someone, please call 911 and pick this lady up. Please. I will be making a phone call today about this bail. You think you got me under a spell with the love bombing. I've been studying narcissists and all those things. So it's just time to move on the bill for $20,000. And let me just address this. In order for her to get to Mexico, right, either she's going to get a coyote to pay, and we know she doesn't have the money to do that. She doesn't have a valid ID. Her passport is expired. It's been expired for a long time. So I'm not quite sure how that will happen. But enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Please hit the like button or the dislike button on your way in and out. Absolutely, Wendy. It's just time. It's just time. Because I can't move on if something is still holding me there. And, it's time to let it go. Like I said, mastering the art of letting go. Enough is enough.
So guys, that's the end of another video. Drop your comments. I'm going to see you all on the next one. I'm over and out. Thank you for watching.